What up, Epic Readers? I'm Jesse from the YouTube channel Jesse the Reader, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Epic Adaptations, the series here on Epic Reads where I keep you in the know on all the recent YA book to movie and book to TV adaptation news. It's January and we are being bombarded with book adaptation news. We were kind of going through a drought there at the end of 2021, but 2022 has opened the floodgates, which means we've got a lot to cover today. We've got books being picked up to be adapted, casting news, and book adaptation release dates. Without further ado, let's get started. First up, we finally have an update for the Children of Blood and Bone adaptation. We've been waiting, and they're finally giving us something, a little update. Actually, this is kind of a big update. Like a pretty big update. Children of Blood and Bone was originally picked up by Disney to be adapted, but the rights for Children of Blood and Bone have been transferred to Paramount. They pulled a switcheroo on us. This is actually really good news when we learn the fact that the author herself will be able to have both creative influence and the chance to work on the screenplay. She's going to be an executive producer on the project and will be heavily involved. In my opinion, this is very, very good news. I know I'm a broken record when I say that an author should always be involved in a book adaptation, but let me be a broken record. An author should always be involved in a book adaptation. Children of Blood and Bone follows our main character and her work to bring back magic in order to take down the evil king. Next, we finally got our first look for the upcoming adaptation for The Sky is Everywhere. The trailer for the film has dropped and it looks incredible. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't read the book. I know I'm a bad reader. Somebody put me in timeout. But this trailer that dropped really has me wanting to read the book. When a book adaptation has you wanting to read the book, you know it's doing a good job. The trailer has this very indie feel to it, and you can just feel the raw emotions of the situation happening within the story. The film is set to drop on February 11th on Apple TV, and the story itself follows Linny, who is dealing with the death of her sister, and this rough love situation that she's found herself in, one with the new boy in town who is full of life and music, and two with this guy that dated her sister. They've connected over their grief that they share for her sister, and it just kind of makes things really complicated. Next, we had a very big Shadow and Bone announcement. The way I did a little fanboy dance when I heard this news. We finally have some casting updates for some of the leads in the series. We've got Wylan, who will be played by Jack Wolf. Incredible. We've got our Nikolai, who will be played by Patrick Gibson. Amazing. Tamara will be played by Anna Leong Brophy. Perfection. And Toya will be played by Louis Tom. Iconic. The way this all has me so shook. They look so good. Alongside the announcement, we've been served some cast pictures. And honestly, each time they drop a picture, I just feel the power of the cast. The way they are about to deliver on season 2. I'm ready for it, except I'm not ready at all. Next, the series for One of Us is Lying is getting a second season. The first season is currently streaming on Peacock, and we are getting a season 2. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't had the chance to watch season 1 yet because I'm a terrible reader. So I'm not sure if the first season has like a nice wrapping point where it doesn't really need a second season, or if it kind of leaves it open-ended to where there could be a season 2. But the thing that I am the most interested in is if it's going to follow the second book, One of Us is Next, or if it's going to go in its own direction. Either way, I'm really looking forward to watching season 1 and just seeing the direction it ends up taking. If you don't know anything about One of Us is Lying, essentially it's about a murder mystery that takes place in detention. Next up, the Want Duology by Cindy Pon has been picked up for TV. This is still an early development, so we don't have much information surrounding the series. We just know that it's been picked up recently, but I for one am very excited about this because I loved Want. I haven't read the second book, Ruse, yet, but it's on my TBR, and I loved Want, so I'm thrilled to see it be turned into an adaptation, especially because as I was reading it, it was just so easy to visualize everything that was happening in the story in kind of a series or movie format. So I'm very excited that it's going to be developed into a series. The books are about a futuresque version of Taipei where this virus has broken out. The rich have these suits that can protect them, while the poor pretty much suffer because they can't afford the suits. Jason, our main character, picks up on some interesting clues about the people who are creating these suits and how they could possibly be behind the virus. It's a very underrated book and I highly recommend checking it out. Next up, we have some updates surrounding the upcoming adaptation for Heartstopper with Netflix. Along with a picture of the cast that they dropped, we also got the news that the series will be dropping this spring. Now, we don't have a concrete date yet, but it's coming and we're not that far off from spring. In fact, I wish it was spring because I do not like the cold. So please, spring us forward so we can both get out of the cold season and so we can watch Heartstopper. And finally, we got a teaser for the upcoming Amazon Prime Lord of the Rings spin-off series. They dropped a bit of a visual teaser for the series, and we now have a name attached to it. It's going to be called The Rings of Power. Now, that's all that we really got with this little teaser trailer, but I feel like it gave fans enough to hold them over for what's to come with this series. That's all the epic adaptation news I have for you guys today. Is anybody else overwhelmed? Because I'm a bit overwhelmed. Like, we went a few months with not having very much news at all, and now we're just bombarded with all the news. But I want to hear from you guys down below in the comments. What are your thoughts on the Shadow and Bone casting? What are your thoughts thoughts on the Sky is Everywhere trailer? What are your thoughts on Want being picked up, the Lord of the Rings spin-off? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. And before we go, we've got the question of the day. Hey, we're seeing several book adaptations get spin-off series. We've got Love Victor, which is a spin-off of Love Simon. We've got Rings of Power now, which is a spin-off of Lord of the Rings. So, if you could give any adaptation a spin-off, which adaptation would it be? Let us know in the comments down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next month with another episode of Epic Adaptations.